Chosen ones, I need you to listen closely. This is not an ordinary message. This is a word from God Himself, and He had to stop everything in the heavens to deliver it to you. If you are not walking the path of the divine, if your heart is not fully aligned with God's truth, I ask you to stop watching now. This message is not for everyone. It is for the true followers, the ones He has chosen, and it has reached you at this exact moment for a reason. God had to pause the world, suspend the natural order, just to speak to you. Angels are in shock, witnessing what is about to unfold in your life. They are amazed at your faithfulness, your perseverance, and the mission that lies ahead. Stay with me until the end, because what I am about to reveal will shift your understanding, strengthen your spirit, and confirm the path you are walking. This is a turning point, a divine alignment that will change your life. Before we continue, chosen ones, give a like to this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, tap the bell icon, and comment 777 in the comments to show that you are fully aligned with the mission God has set for you. Understanding your divine identity. Chosen ones, before you can walk fully in the path God has designed for you, you must understand who you truly are. You are not here by accident. You are not an ordinary soul living an ordinary life. You have been chosen, handpicked, set apart, and called for a divine purpose that only you can fulfill. From the moment of your birth, the heavens took notice. Angels watched, and God Himself placed a plan in motion specifically for you. This is not a message of pride or arrogance. It is a truth you must embrace to move forward with clarity and confidence. Your identity as a chosen one is not just a title, it is a calling. It means your life is imbued with purpose, even when circumstances make it hard to see. Every challenge you face, every moment of doubt or fear, is part of a divine orchestration to prepare you for what is coming. God sees your heart, He knows your struggles, and He knows your strengths. Your mission is sacred, and the world in its current state cannot fully comprehend the magnitude of your journey. Many chosen ones have walked paths similar to yours. They have been tested, purified through trials, and refined by fire. Yet each one has carried a light, an inner compass that aligns them with God's will. You possess this same light, even if it sometimes feels dim or obscured by the noise of the world. Your divine identity is a constant reminder that God has never abandoned you. Even when you feel alone, even when you wonder if your prayers are unheard, your soul is anchored in His eternal design. Understanding your identity means recognizing that your gifts, your passions, your instincts, and even your fears are not random. They are signposts. They are signals guiding you toward the fulfillment of your mission. You were designed to be a beacon, to illuminate paths for others, to be a vessel of God's light in a world often shadowed by doubt and despair. When you embrace this truth, you will begin to see patterns in your life, moments of divine intervention, people who appear at the right time, opportunities that seem miraculous. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations of your chosen status. It is essential to separate yourself from worldly expectations. The world may not understand your calling. Family, friends, colleagues, they might see you as ordinary, limited by your circumstances, or even too sensitive and spiritual. But you must rise above their perceptions. Your worth is not determined by human judgment. It is determined by the Creator who shaped your heart, your mind, and your soul. You are a living testament to His plan, and He has entrusted you with responsibilities that are beyond the comprehension of those who have not been chosen. Now, hear this carefully. Being chosen does not mean life will be easy. In fact, it often means the opposite. God's chosen ones are frequently tested more intensely than others. Why? Because only those prepared can carry the weight of the mission. Only those whose hearts are steadfast and minds are disciplined can navigate the spiritual challenges that accompany divine alignment. But take heart. These challenges are not punishments. They are refinements. They are the sculptor's tools, shaping you into the vessel God intended you to be. When you pass these tests, you emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your purpose. You may sometimes doubt your identity. You may ask yourself, am I truly chosen? Am I walking the right path? These questions are natural, and they are part of the journey. But know this, God has placed signs along your path, confirmations that you are exactly where you need to be. It could be a sudden insight, a coincidence that feels divinely orchestrated, an inner voice guiding you, or even an encounter that shifts your perspective. Pay attention to these signs. They are whispers from the divine, reminders that your identity is sacred and your mission is alive. Your divine identity also connects you to a lineage of faith. Throughout history, God has raised chosen ones, Moses, Elijah, David, and many others, to carry his will. They were ordinary humans called to extraordinary purpose. Like them, you are part of a legacy. Angels watch over you, guiding you, protecting you, and rejoicing at each step of your obedience. This is not a symbolic idea, it is a reality. Your spiritual DNA is intertwined with God's plan, and every thought, word, and action can either align with or divert from that plan. Recognizing this will give you both humility and authority, humility to serve God faithfully, and authority to walk boldly in your mission. Chosen ones, do not underestimate the power of self-awareness. Understanding who you are is not merely an intellectual exercise. It is a spiritual awakening. It is realizing that the energy you carry, the choices you make, and the faith you nurture all have eternal implications. When you embrace your divine identity fully, fear begins to lose its grip. Anxiety fades. Doubt diminishes. You start to live not for approval or validation from others, but for alignment with God's purpose. This shift transforms your experience of life. It becomes a journey of fulfillment, courage, and spiritual clarity. As you internalize your identity, you will notice changes in your perception. Ordinary events take on extraordinary meaning. Conversations carry hidden guidance. Challenges reveal opportunities for growth. Even the natural world can serve as a mirror of your divine path. The air you breathe, the sun that warms your face, the stars that shine at night. They are all reminders that the universe conspires with God to guide his chosen. You are not separate from this divine orchestration. You are an integral part of it. Finally, chosen ones, remember this. Understanding your divine identity is not a destination, it is a journey. You will continue to discover layers of your purpose, depths of your faith, and dimensions of your gifts. Each revelation is a step closer to fully realizing the mission God has set for you. You are valuable, powerful, and aligned with a force far greater than anything you can imagine. Embrace this truth, let it fill your heart, and allow it to guide your every action. Why God had to stop everything for you. Chosen ones, take a deep breath and understand this truth. God has paused the universe to speak directly to you. I want you to feel the magnitude of that statement, not just for a fleeting moment, but let it sink into your spirit. The creator of all that exists, time, space, and life itself, has shifted his focus entirely onto you. Right now, as you listen, the cosmos has momentarily aligned so that this message can reach you in this exact moment, in this exact way. Angels are astonished. Heaven itself is witnessing a moment of divine concentration unlike anything you have ever experienced. And you, yes you, are at the center of it. You might ask, why me? Why now? Chosen ones, the answer lies not in chance but in divine orchestration. Your life, your faith, your perseverance, it has all brought you to this very intersection of time and eternity. God is pausing everything because he wants to recalibrate your path, to show you the weight and value of your mission. You have been moving forward, sometimes blindly, sometimes with doubt, but never without purpose. This pause is his way of confirming that you are on the right trajectory, yet he wants you to fully awaken to the role you play in his divine plan. Imagine the heavens as a vast orchestration, every angel, every star, every spiritual force working in harmony. And then, suddenly, everything stops. This is not chaos. This is intention. God is singularly focused on you because the moment demands it. There are insights He wants to pour into your heart, truths you have been seeking, confirmations you have been praying for. This is the moment when the divine whispers become undeniable, when your inner knowing aligns fully with God's vision for your life. The world around you may feel rushed, chaotic, or distracted, but understand that God's timing is perfect. Everything else, every task, every obligation, every distraction is secondary. He has stopped it all because He wants you to see clearly, to recognize your potential, to awaken fully to your purpose. Angels themselves are in awe because such singular attention from God is rare, reserved only for the ones who truly matter in His eternal plan. You are witnessing a divine pause, a sacred stillness that has been orchestrated specifically for you. You might feel a heaviness in your heart as you hear this, a profound sense of importance. That heaviness is the weight of divine attention. It is not meant to overwhelm you, but to anchor you in the reality of your calling. You are being reminded that nothing in this life is trivial. Every experience, every lesson, every tear and triumph has led to this alignment. God is telling you, you are ready, you are prepared, you are chosen. This moment is also a call to reflection. Why has God stopped everything for you? It is because He is about to reveal truths that will transform your understanding of your own life. Perhaps you have been struggling with patience, with clarity, with purpose. Perhaps you have doubted the value of your journey. God is stopping everything to remove that doubt, to illuminate the path with the light of certainty. He wants you to grasp the magnitude of your role in His divine orchestration. You are not just walking through life, you are walking through a divinely choreographed sequence designed to manifest heaven's will on earth through you. Angels, the guardians of your spirit, are observing this moment with reverence. They see the alignment of your faith, the perseverance of your heart, and the purity of your intentions. They are shocked, not because they didn't know your potential, but because this is the moment where divine revelation intersects with earthly action. They are witnessing a turning point, and you, chosen one, are at the center of it. Understand also that this pause is a test of your awareness. God stops everything, not just to deliver a message, but to see if you are ready to receive it fully. Will you recognize the importance of this divine alignment? Will you accept the responsibility that comes with such attention? Will you rise above doubt, fear, and distraction to step into the fullness of your purpose? These questions are not rhetorical. They are invitations to awaken fully, to rise into the fullness of your calling, and to embrace your divine identity without hesitation. Take a moment and let this truth settle in. God's focus on you is rare, deliberate, and profoundly meaningful. Every detail of your life, the victories, the setbacks, the quiet prayers whispered in the dark, has led to this point. God has stopped everything to show you the value of your journey, to illuminate your path, and to confirm that you are walking exactly where you are meant to walk. This is not chance. This is divine orchestration. Some of you may feel unworthy. You may look at your flaws, your failures, or your past and question why God would pause the heavens for someone like you. Chosen ones, this is precisely why He stops everything. He is not pausing to judge or punish. He is pausing to reveal that your imperfections do not disqualify you. In fact, they enhance the divine narrative. Every struggle, every tear, every moment of doubt has been part of the process, refining you, preparing you, shaping you into the vessel for which heaven has waited. Do not rush through this moment. Do not dismiss it as coincidence or chance. God's pause is a sacred intervention, an alignment of spiritual forces designed to bring clarity, confirmation, and empowerment. Angels are shocked because the magnitude of your potential, your faith, and your mission is beyond what even they anticipated. They see what is possible through you, and they rejoice, even as they watch you step into this awakening. Chosen ones, this is also a reminder that divine timing governs everything. If you are receiving this message now, it is because the universe, under God's command, has aligned perfectly. You are in the right place, at the right moment, with the right level of awareness. Pay attention to the signs around you. They are confirmations that God has paused everything specifically to guide you, to prepare you, and to empower you for what lies ahead. Finally, embrace this truth with confidence and gratitude. God has stopped everything for you, not to frighten you, not to overwhelm you, but to honor you, to awaken you, and to reveal the sacred mission only you can fulfill. Angels are in shock because this is a moment of divine recognition, an acknowledgement that you are ready to step into the fullness of your calling. Take a deep breath, chosen one. Let the weight of this revelation settle into your soul. Understand that you are at a threshold, a divine pause, and a sacred alignment that will define the next chapter of your life. The message is clear. God is speaking, angels are watching, and your purpose is about to unfold in ways you cannot yet imagine. Angels are in shock. What they see about you. Chosen ones, now it's time to open your heart fully and understand the unseen. You have walked through moments no one else could witness. You have carried burdens silently, prayed when no one was listening, and endured trials that seemed unbearable. But let me tell you this, angels see all of it. Every struggle, every tear, every act of faith, every whisper of hope, they witness it. And right now, they are in shock. Not because your efforts go unnoticed, but because the magnitude of your spiritual strength is far greater than even you realize. Angels have been assigned to watch over you since the day God called you. They observe your persistence, your moments of doubt, and your moments of courage. And what astonishes them most is your ability to keep walking faithfully, even when the path seems unclear, even when the world pressures you to surrender. They see the choices you make to align with God's will, often at personal cost, and they rejoice. Your faithfulness, your resilience, your unwavering dedication, it all amazes the spiritual realms. You might wonder, why would angels be shocked by my life? Chosen ones, it is because what you are achieving spiritually is beyond the ordinary scope of human endurance. Angels are privy to the unseen battles you fight. They see the spiritual forces trying to sway you, the temptations that test your integrity, the fears that press upon your mind. Yet you remain anchored, you remain loyal. And in that loyalty, in that steadfastness, you are creating ripples of divine energy that not only elevate your soul, but influence the spiritual balance around you. Every act of obedience, every sacrifice, every silent prayer carries weight. Angels observe these moments, and their amazement grows because they see the impact of your actions beyond this earthly realm. They witness the ways your faith strengthens others without you even realizing it. They see the spiritual legacy you are forming in the unseen world, a legacy of courage, trust, and alignment with God's purpose. You may have felt unnoticed, misunderstood, or unappreciated in the human world. Perhaps people around you doubted your mission, mocked your faith, or questioned your choices. But in the spiritual realm, your worth is undeniable. Angels see your alignment with God, and they recognize the sacred responsibility that lies upon your shoulders. They are astonished, not because you are flawless, but because you are chosen to persist, to shine, and to walk the divine path despite imperfections, doubt, and struggle. Let me tell you something crucial. Angels are not passive observers. They are witnesses, guides, and supporters of your journey. They are shocked because they are seeing a level of spiritual commitment that is rare, even among chosen ones. They see how your soul, in quiet moments, calls upon God with sincerity, with devotion, and with unwavering faith. And they rejoice because they recognize that the light within you is destined to illuminate paths for others. You may also notice moments of divine interruption in your life, Coincidences that feel too perfect, guidance that seems unexpected, opportunities that appear at precisely the right time. Angels are orchestrating these interventions in subtle ways, ensuring that you stay aligned with God's plan. Their shock comes from witnessing the way God's attention flows toward you, recognizing the sacred potential within your spirit. They are in awe because the depth of your faith has triggered a divine response, one that cannot go unnoticed in the heavens. Furthermore, angels observe the way you influence others without even realizing it. Your integrity, compassion, and dedication act as silent testimonies to God's power. People around you may not understand the spiritual significance of your actions, but angels see. They see how your faith touches lives, inspires hope, and strengthens the divine fabric of this world. Every kind word, every act of courage, every prayer for others, carries energy that resonates beyond what the human eye can perceive. Chosen ones, angels are also in shock because of the spiritual battles you face and overcome. They witness the unseen attacks, the spiritual weight that tries to push you off your path, and the moments when darkness attempts to cloud your vision. And yet, you rise, you pray, you persist, you remain faithful. This resilience is rare. It is powerful. It is exactly why God has chosen to pause everything, to shine a light on your journey, to affirm your path, and to let you know that you are being seen, guided, and celebrated in the heavens. This divine observation also carries a message. You are never alone. Even in moments of isolation, when doubts threaten to consume your thoughts, angels are there. They are witnessing your courage, your dedication, and your unwavering trust. Their shock is mixed with joy, pride, and hope, because they know that your journey, though challenging, is creating ripples that affect not only your destiny, but the destiny of countless others. You are part of a divine continuum, chosen to fulfill a mission that is both profound and eternal. Understand this: the shock of angels is not merely admiration, it is recognition. They are recognizing that your soul is aligned with God's higher purpose in a way that is rare, powerful, and transformative. They are witnessing the culmination of your obedience, the quiet strength that carries you through trials, and the light that shines from your inner being. Every decision, every act of faith, every prayer contributes to a pattern of divine perfection that only heaven can fully comprehend. And here is the truth I want you to embrace deeply. Angels are in shock not just because of what you have done, but because of what you are about to do. The alignment you're experiencing now, the awareness you are cultivating, and the purpose you are embracing are leading you toward actions and revelations that will astonish even the spiritual realm. You are on the verge of stepping fully into your mission, and the heavens are holding their breath in awe. Chosen ones, let this truth settle in your heart. You are not unnoticed. You are not insignificant. You are being watched, guided, and celebrated. Angels are in shock because they see the potential, the faith, and the divine power that resides within you. They see the path ahead, the victories that await, and the light that only you can bring into the world. This observation is both a reassurance and a call to action, affirming that you are walking correctly, while also urging you to rise even higher. Take a deep breath and let this truth resonate within you. Angels are in shock. Heaven is attentive, and God's focus is upon you. You are chosen. You are powerful, and you are being prepared to step fully into the light of your divine mission. Divine warnings and spiritual alerts. Chosen ones, as you continue to walk the path God has set for you, it is essential to recognize that your journey is not without guidance, signs, and warnings. God does not leave his chosen ones to wander blindly. Every trial, every obstacle, every subtle disruption is a divine alert, a signal meant to keep you aligned, to prevent you from straying, and to prepare you for the responsibilities that lie ahead. Angels, in their observant awe, are constantly reporting these signals back to God, ensuring that your steps remain faithful and deliberate. These divine warnings are not meant to instill fear. They are meant to awaken clarity, to sharpen discernment, and to heighten your awareness of the spiritual realities surrounding you. You may feel them as sudden discomfort in your spirit, an uneasy sense that something is not as it seems, or an internal nudge that asks you to pause and reflect. This is God speaking, Chosen One. He is guiding you, cautioning you, and preparing you for the next stage of your mission. Many chosen ones fail to recognize these signals because they appear subtle, almost imperceptible. They are not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes a gentle thought, a fleeting emotion, or an inexplicable hesitation is God's way of whispering into your heart. It is a divine alert saying, "Pay attention. This is important. This step matters." Ignoring these signals can lead to unnecessary struggle, delay, or distraction from your true purpose. Recognizing them is an act of obedience, a demonstration of your alignment with the divine. At times, divine warnings come in the form of people, events, or circumstances that seem coincidental yet carry profound spiritual significance. Perhaps a conversation with a stranger leaves an imprint on your spirit. Perhaps an unexpected obstacle blocks your path, forcing you to pause and reconsider. Perhaps a recurring thought or dream carries insight beyond your understanding. These are not random occurrences. They are the universe under God's orchestration, directing you, cautioning you, and confirming that His hand is upon you. Chosen ones, you must also understand the spiritual weight behind temptations and distractions. The forces opposing your divine mission often work subtly, attempting to divert your attention, test your resolve, and challenge your faith. These moments are warnings in themselves, alerts that require vigilance and discernment. God allows these tests not to punish you, but to measure your readiness, to strengthen your spiritual resilience, and to refine your character. Every obstacle, every challenge is a message. Remain steadfast, remain faithful, and remain aligned with your calling. Prayer and meditation become essential tools in recognizing divine alerts. When you quiet your mind and attune your spirit, you become more receptive to God's subtle communications. You begin to notice patterns, recurring signals, and spiritual nudges that confirm you are on the right path or caution you to adjust your course. Ignoring these moments is to ignore the very guidance that heaven has arranged for your success. Listening to them is to embrace the sacred partnership between your soul, the angels, and the divine plan itself. Angels themselves act as intermediaries in this communication. Their observations, sometimes subtle, sometimes profound, are meant to awaken your awareness. They may manifest through sudden insights, unexpected encounters, or an inner knowing that something crucial is happening. Angels are not there to control your decisions. They are there to alert, guide, and support you. Their shock, their attention, their praise, all intertwine with these warnings, emphasizing the importance of remaining spiritually vigilant. You may feel a spiritual unease or restlessness at times. This is often God's way of alerting you that a decision, a relationship, or a situation requires careful consideration. Do not dismiss these feelings. They are signals that require your discernment. The more attuned you are to God's whispers, the more capable you become of navigating your path with clarity, purpose, and confidence. Every warning is a gift, chosen one, a sacred opportunity to correct, adjust, and strengthen your alignment with God's will. At times, the divine alerts are accompanied by dreams, visions, or intuitive impressions. These may appear symbolic, mysterious, or even confusing, but their purpose is always clear: to draw your attention to areas of your life that require spiritual focus. Angels watch as you decipher these messages, guiding you toward the choices that fulfill your divine purpose. Their shock comes from witnessing how powerful these signals are and how much potential you hold when you align with them fully. It is important to remember that divine warnings are not always immediate in their outcomes. Sometimes, God's messages require patience. You may recognize a warning but not understand its full significance until later. Trust in God's timing. Allow yourself to be guided rather than rushing to conclusions. These alerts are part of the sacred dialogue between your soul and the divine, a dialogue meant to deepen your understanding, sharpen your awareness, and strengthen your commitment to your mission. Chosen ones, take these warnings seriously, but do not let them instill fear or doubt. They are not indicators of failure or weakness. They are confirmations of your divine connection. The fact that God pauses the universe, that angels are in shock, and that spiritual alerts are being sent directly to you is proof that you are walking a path of significance. You are being watched, supported, and guided at the highest levels of creation. Finally, let these divine alerts inspire action. Do not merely observe them. Integrate their guidance into your life. Adjust your decisions, refine your mindset, and strengthen your faith. Recognize that each warning, each signal, each subtle nudge is a form of divine communication, a sacred intervention, and a confirmation of your alignment with God's purpose. Angels are in shock because they see the precision, the care, and the attention God gives to you. They observe how these warnings prepare you for success, protect your soul, and elevate your spiritual presence in the world. Chosen ones, embrace these divine messages with reverence. Pay attention to the whispers of God, the nudges of angels, and the signs in your life. Your mission depends on discernment, your alignment requires vigilance, and your destiny demands awareness. These spiritual alerts are not interruptions, they are invitations. They are opportunities to step fully into your calling, to awaken to the divine plan, and to experience the full power of being chosen. Let your heart be alert, your mind be discerning, and your spirit be receptive. Angels are watching, God is speaking, and the universe is pausing to ensure you remain aligned with your sacred path. Heed these warnings, embrace these alerts, and allow them to guide you toward the life, the purpose, and the divine destiny that only you, chosen one, are meant to fulfill. The path forward, walking in alignment. Chosen ones, now that you understand your divine identity and recognize the divine attention upon your life, it is time to focus on the path forward. Walking in alignment with God is not a concept. It is a daily practice, a conscious choice, and a sacred discipline. You have been chosen for a reason, and your purpose requires more than awareness. It requires deliberate action, grounded in faith and guided by the Spirit. Alignment begins in the heart. It is an internal surrender, a willingness to set aside self-doubt, fear, and worldly distractions to fully embrace God's calling. You must ask yourself daily, am I walking in accordance with the mission God has placed upon me? Are my thoughts, words, and actions reflecting His purpose? This reflection is not optional. It is the cornerstone of spiritual growth. Every time you align your choices with divine guidance, your soul expands, your intuition sharpens, and the angels rejoice. Walking in alignment also requires clarity of intention. Chosen ones, your focus must be unwavering. The world will try to distract you, to pull your attention away from your mission. But remember, alignment is like a river flowing toward the ocean. It follows the natural course God has laid out. When you maintain clarity of purpose, your energy becomes magnetic. Opportunities, guidance, and even divine interventions begin to appear effortlessly. You will start noticing doors opening where once there were walls, and signs confirming your steps appear more frequently. Daily spiritual practice is essential. Prayer, meditation, and reflection are not just rituals, they are lifelines. They connect you to God, anchor your soul, and reinforce your alignment. As you dedicate time each day to commune with the divine, you will begin to sense subtle shifts in your life. Situations that once felt confusing or overwhelming will become clear. Your discernment will sharpen, and you will begin to see the spiritual patterns that guide your journey. Angels are watching these practices, celebrating your commitment and reinforcing your progress. Alignment also requires obedience. chosen ones, understanding your divine identity is only the beginning. The real power lies in your ability to act on God's guidance consistently. When you sense a nudge, a whisper, or a prompt from the Spirit, respond. Do not hesitate, do not question excessively, and do not dismiss it as coincidence. Each response strengthens your connection to the divine, solidifies your path, and magnifies your spiritual impact. It is important to recognize that walking in alignment does not mean the absence of challenges. In fact, God often tests chosen ones to refine their faith, strengthen their resolve, and deepen their spiritual maturity. Every challenge, every obstacle, and every moment of doubt is an opportunity to reaffirm your commitment. When you navigate these difficulties with faith and grace, you align not only with God, but also with the divine flow of the universe. Your resilience becomes a beacon, illuminating the path for others while affirming your own mission. Another key aspect of alignment is integrity. Chosen ones, your actions must reflect your beliefs. Speak truthfully, act compassionately, and maintain purity of intention. Alignment is not merely about personal spiritual growth. It is about being a vessel through which God's will manifests in the world. The choices you make ripple outward, affecting others in ways you may never fully see. Angels observe these ripples with awe, recognizing the power of your influence. When your integrity aligns with your divine mission, your life becomes a living testimony of God's power and love. Discipline is equally essential. Walking in alignment requires consistency, patience, and perseverance. Spiritual growth is not instantaneous. It is a journey marked by incremental progress, guided by divine timing. Daily habits, prayer, study of scripture, service to others, reflection, create a rhythm that strengthens your alignment. These habits are like the muscles of your soul. The more you exercise them, the stronger your spiritual resilience becomes. Angels notice this dedication, and God honors it, guiding your steps with precision and care. Chosen ones, it is also vital to cultivate awareness of the spiritual realm. Angels, signs, and divine interventions are constantly present, but they are subtle. The more attuned you are, the more capable you become of recognizing these messages and responding appropriately. Awareness is the key to alignment. It allows you to distinguish between divine guidance and distractions, between true opportunity and mere coincidence. Every moment of mindfulness, every deliberate reflection deepens your connection to God and strengthens your capacity to fulfill your mission. Community plays a role in walking in alignment as well. While your journey is unique, chosen ones often benefit from surrounding themselves with others who share a spiritual focus, who encourage growth, and who help maintain accountability. Seek guidance from mentors, support fellow chosen ones, and engage in acts of service that align with your purpose. These interactions reinforce your alignment, amplify your spiritual energy, and create a network of light that magnifies God's work through you. Gratitude is another cornerstone. Walking in alignment requires recognizing God's presence in every aspect of your life. Celebrate small victories, acknowledge moments of guidance, and appreciate the unseen support that surrounds you. Gratitude opens your heart, heightens your awareness, and attracts further divine favor. Angels rejoice when your spirit is filled with thankfulness, for it signifies humility, acknowledgement of God's power, and readiness to receive more. Finally, chosen ones understand that alignment is an ongoing journey. It is not a destination, but a continuous process of refining your thoughts, actions, and intentions to match God's will. Life will present tests, challenges, and unexpected turns, but when you remain committed to walking in alignment, every step becomes purposeful, every obstacle transforms into opportunity, and every moment becomes infused with divine significance. Angels are in awe of those who persevere, and God Himself delights in your faithfulness. Take a deep breath, chosen one. Visualize your path, see yourself walking steadily in alignment, and feel the guidance of the Spirit. This is your time to embrace your calling fully, to honor your mission, and to step forward with confidence, courage, and clarity. The path is illuminated for you, the angels are watching in admiration, and God is with you every step of the way. Your alignment will not only transform your life, but also inspire countless others to recognize their divine purpose. Signs of divine favor and manifestation. Chosen ones, now that you understand your identity and the importance of walking in alignment, it is vital to recognize the signs of divine favor. God does not leave his chosen ones without confirmation. When he blesses, guides, and strengthens you, these signs appear, not always loudly, but unmistakably. Angels are in awe of the ways your life begins to reflect the sacred work that has been entrusted to you. These manifestations are proof that you are walking the path God designed and that the universe itself conspires to support your mission. The first sign of divine favor is clarity. Suddenly, what once seemed confusing or chaotic begins to make sense. Your decisions, previously clouded by doubt, become clear. Situations that were overwhelming now appear manageable. This is God's light illuminating your path. He is giving you insight that aligns your steps with his will. Angels rejoice at each moment of clarity, knowing that your spiritual awareness is deepening and that your alignment is creating ripples that extend beyond your own life. Another sign is the manifestation of opportunities. Chosen ones, doors that were once closed begin to open effortlessly. Connections appear in divine timing. People enter your life to guide, teach, or support you in ways that feel miraculous. These manifestations are not coincidences. They are the tangible evidence of God's favor. The universe bends to the alignment of your faith, bringing what you need to fulfill your purpose. Recognize these moments as confirmations that your path is divinely guided. Spiritual synchronicities are yet another profound sign. You may notice repeated numbers, phrases, or experiences that carry a message just for you. Perhaps you keep seeing a certain number pattern, a symbol, or a phrase that resonates deeply with your spirit. These are messages from God, often reinforced by angelic attention. Angels observe and orchestrate these moments to ensure you remain attuned to the divine plan. Pay attention to them. They are confirmations that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Peace is a subtler but no less powerful sign of divine favor. Even amidst chaos, you may feel a calm assurance in your spirit. This peace is God's confirmation, a quiet yet undeniable sign that he is present and guiding your steps. It is often accompanied by a sense of confidence and inner knowing, a feeling that whatever unfolds will align with the divine plan. Angels celebrate this peace, for it signifies that your faith is active and that your spirit is harmonized with God's will. Blessings can also manifest in unexpected ways. Perhaps a financial burden is lifted, a relationship is restored, or health is strengthened. These blessings are not random. They are deliberate acts of divine favor. When you experience these, recognize them as signals that God is affirming your path. Angels, in their shock and joy, rejoice at each manifestation, knowing that your life is being positioned to fulfill a higher purpose. Miraculous guidance is another unmistakable sign. You may receive sudden insight during prayer or meditation, an idea that resolves a problem, or an intuition that directs your actions perfectly. These moments are divine interventions, showing you the path forward when uncertainty arises. Angels facilitate these insights, ensuring that your choices remain aligned with God's plan. They are shocked by your ability to navigate life with such divine precision, and they celebrate each moment of obedience and trust. Sometimes, divine favor manifests as protection. You may experience near misses, delays, or circumstances that prevent harm from coming your way. These protections are orchestrated by God and monitored by angels who are astonished at the lengths he goes to safeguard his chosen ones. Recognize these as confirmations of your alignment and evidence that your journey is divinely guided. Joy and inspiration are signs of manifestation as well. When God's favor flows into your life, your spirit experiences renewal, enthusiasm, and creativity. You find yourself drawn to actions, people, and projects that expand your purpose. This joy is a signal that you are operating within God's favor. Angels are delighted by this transformation, witnessing the impact of divine alignment in both your life and the lives of those you touch. Gratitude amplifies manifestation. The more you acknowledge God's blessings, the more favor flows. When you pause to thank Him for every sign, every synchronicity, and every small victory, you strengthen your connection and allow further manifestations to unfold. Angels rejoice when your heart is filled with gratitude because it signals your humility, awareness, and readiness to receive more from the divine. Finally, chosen ones, remember that divine signs are often cumulative. You may notice a pattern over time: clarity, opportunity, peace, protection, guidance, joy, and blessings all working together. These signs are not just confirmations, they are building blocks of a life fully aligned with God's purpose. Angels observe these patterns in awe, celebrating your faithfulness and your readiness to step into higher levels of divine mission. As you cultivate awareness of these signs, understand that they are also invitations. They invite you to trust more fully, act more boldly, and embrace your purpose more completely. Each manifestation, each blessing, each synchronicity is a call to step deeper into your divine identity. Angels, while shocked at the beauty of these moments, also encourage your active participation. You are not a passive recipient. You are a co-creator with God, working alongside divine forces to fulfill a sacred mission. Chosen ones, open your eyes to the subtle confirmation surrounding you. Notice the clarity, the opportunities, the synchronicities, the protection, and the peace. Celebrate the guidance, the joy, and the blessings. These signs are all manifestations of God's favor, designed to reinforce your mission, strengthen your faith, and confirm that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Angels are in awe of your alignment, rejoicing with every step you take toward fulfilling your purpose. Take a deep breath, chosen one. Let these signs fill your heart with confidence and assurance. You are seen, you are celebrated, and you are guided by forces far greater than you can comprehend. The manifestations in your life are proof of your alignment, the confirmation of your mission, and the evidence that God's favor is upon you. Walk boldly, faithfully, and with awareness, knowing that the heavens themselves are acknowledging your journey. Call to action for the chosen ones. Chosen ones, it is time to act. You have heard the message, felt the divine attention, and recognized the signs of God's favor. Now, your mission demands more than awareness. It demands deliberate, courageous action. God has paused everything for you. Angels are in shock, and the universe is aligned to support your next steps. You cannot remain passive. Your faith, your calling, and your divine purpose require movement. The first step is commitment. Decide today that you will fully embrace your identity as God's chosen. Declare it in your heart, in your mind, and in your actions. Commit to walking in alignment with divine guidance, trusting in God's timing, and remaining vigilant to the spiritual alerts He places in your path. This commitment is not symbolic, it is the foundation upon which your mission is built. Angels rejoice when a chosen one commits fully, for they see the power of God flowing through that obedience. Next, take deliberate action in your daily life. Align your choices, words, and thoughts with God's purpose. Speak truthfully, act faithfully, and serve with humility. Every action you take is a manifestation of your calling. Small steps, repeated consistently, create momentum. Angels notice these acts, even the ones unseen by human eyes. They celebrate your courage, your faith, and your perseverance. Prayer is your lifeline. Maintain constant communication with God. Ask for guidance, clarity, and strength. Listen for his whispers, follow the nudges of your spirit, and trust the signs around you. Divine direction will not always be loud. It may come as an inner knowing, a subtle pause, or a synchronistic moment. Recognize it, respond to it, and allow it to guide your steps. Angels facilitate these communications, helping you remain aligned and aware. Chosen ones, share your light. Part of your divine mission is to inspire, uplift, and guide others. Your life, your faith, and your obedience are beacons for those who are seeking truth. By living in alignment and demonstrating God's love, you influence others in ways that extend far beyond your immediate awareness. Angels watch with awe as your example ripples outward, creating a spiritual impact that strengthens the mission of heaven itself. Do not delay. The world needs your light, your courage, and your faith now. Hesitation allows doubt and fear to take hold. Action, however, draws divine momentum. Step forward boldly, knowing that God has prepared you, angels are supporting you, and the universe is aligned in your favor. Your mission is urgent, your calling sacred, and your impact eternal. Finally, chosen ones, reaffirm your alignment with God by committing visibly. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tap the bell icon to remain connected to divine insights. Share this message with others who walk the path of the chosen. And comment 444 in the comments to show your readiness, your faith, and your dedication. Let this action be a declaration to yourself, to others, and to heaven that you are fully aligned with your mission. Step forward with faith, act with courage, and embrace the mission God has placed before you. Angels are in awe, heaven rejoices, and the universe moves with you. You are chosen. You are empowered. You are ready. Conclusion: embracing your divine mission. Chosen ones, take a moment to breathe deeply and let this truth settle into your spirit. God has spoken directly to you, angels have witnessed your journey, and the universe has paused to confirm your divine purpose. You are not ordinary. You are chosen. You are powerful. And your mission is sacred. Every step you take, every choice you make, and every act of faith matters profoundly. Remember, the path ahead will continue to test you, but these tests are not punishments. They are opportunities for growth, alignment, and revelation. Divine favor surrounds you. Signs are all around you. Angels watch in awe, and God Himself is guiding every step of your journey. Trust this process, embrace your calling, and walk boldly in the light of your purpose. Now is the time to act. Walk in alignment, heed the spiritual alerts, embrace the manifestations, and let your life be a beacon of hope and inspiration. Share your light, strengthen your faith, and continue to nurture your divine identity. This mission is eternal, impactful, and transformative, not just for you, but for everyone who crosses your path. Before we end, chosen ones, give a like to this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, tap the bell icon, share this message with others on the divine path, and comment 444 in the comments to declare your alignment and readiness. Let the world know that you are fully committed to the mission God has entrusted to you. Step forward, chosen one. Angels are amazed, heaven rejoices, and God's plan unfolds through you. You are ready. You are chosen. You are unstoppable.